This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You are watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Okay, so 15 minutes ago, as of me recording this video, Conor Benn has been cleared by UKAD for both doping violations. So Conor Benn is innocent. Now, of course, this is going to upset quite a few people, especially those over at TalkSport, because what else are they going to talk about now? Now they have no content. Weird, isn't it? But anyway, he's now been cleared innocent. Of course, people will come out with their conspiracies. Oh, we don't believe it because he had high-powered lawyers and medical experts and all this kind of stuff. Well, regardless, at the end of the day, that's all opinionated and it is all speculation and conspiracy. That's all it is, because the facts that we do know is that he's been cleared. Now, I'm not surprised by this result at all. I always felt that UKAD would do it anyway, because at the end of the day, it was VADA who found these particular substances in his system. And VADA then later cleared him of any kind of intentional wrongdoing along with the WBC. So UKAD, who were also testing him, who didn't find anything, what are they going to do, ban him? Don't be daft. Because then, of course, it makes it look like their testing procedure is gash, which I think it is anyway, to be honest. But regardless, the facts are he's innocent, which is what I've always said since day one. Not that he was innocent, it was a case of, I don't know if he's innocent. There were certain things that he would say that would make me go, I'm not too sure. Then other times I go, well, actually, yeah, it sounds like he could well be. And of course, in certain situations, he didn't do himself any kind of favours. But it is what it is. The facts are, he's now cleared himself. He always said that he was going to. People can come out with the conspiracies and say how he's manipulated the system, he's definitely guilty, yada, yada, yada. Well, you're not the expert. If you are an expert, okay, cool, fair enough. But 99% of people who are talking about this case have no idea, myself included. I'm no expert when it comes to this kind of stuff. So all we could do was wait for the results. And ultimately that's what's happened. It's taken, was it 10 months or something like that? A long old time, long old process for him to go through. And whether he intentionally done something or whether he didn't, he's cleared. So we have to say congratulations to Conor Benn. He always maintained that he was innocent. And duly, that's what he's done. Whether that upsets a few people or whether it doesn't or whether it makes people happy, however, that's what he's done, okay? He's cleared himself. He has. But is his reputation irreversibly damaged now going forward? Because a lot of people will feel that he's manipulated the system. A lot of people will feel that he backed UKAD into a corner. Some people will have their own conspiracies anyway and will forever label him a cheat. They will. Now, it is going to be interesting to see what kind of response he gets at his next ticket sales, or I'm sure that Eddie Hearn will make sure that he goes on pay-per-view and whatever else. So it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of numbers that he does, as to what kind of impact that has happened. Of course, now he's going to have to apply for a British Box Border Control licence. So effectively, anyway, he is cleared to fight here in the United Kingdom, which is great news for him and, of course, Matchroom and the team. So is he still going to go ahead and sue the British Box Border Control for saying what he would call slanderous statements and a witch hunt or whatever else? That's going to be interesting, because ultimately you don't need a British Box Border Control licence to box in the UK anyway. There are ways around it. We know what those ways are, and not all boxers realise that. They seem to think that it's British Box Border Control or nothing else. But the fact that he's now been cleared of UKAD, of course he's going to be cleared of UKAD anyway. Of course he was, because VADA were the ones who found it in his system. And then VADA later cleared him of any kind of intentional wrongdoing along with the WBC. So UKAD, who didn't find anything, what are they going to do, ban him for not finding anything themselves? Come on, that would be just silly now, wouldn't it? Of course it would. But of course then of course it leaves people to suspect that their testing system isn't all that for UKAD, which I don't think it is anyway. And I think that their turnaround process is ridiculous, to be honest with you. But of course now he's missed out on that Chris Eubank Jr. fight. Originally, so that's a lot of money that he's lost out on. So that's a lot of things that he could go after some people for, to try and claw back some of that money. Or he could just go, you know what, forget it all now. I'm just going to move forward in my career. And his statement certainly leans towards that. That's what he's going to do. He's just going to move forward with his career and put everything behind him, which is probably the right thing to do. Why hold on to things, you know? But anyway, effectively, people have their own conspiracies, their own feelings. Some people will be very excited and happy that he's now been cleared. Some people will be very upset. But as I always said from day one, we don't know until this whole case is resolved. We don't know if he's innocent. We don't know if he's not. Everything else is down to opinion and speculation. But what is a fact is that he's now been cleared. What's TalkSport going to do? What's Simon Jordan that going to do now? I mean, they've been milking this for a long, long time. Listen, if I'm Conor Benn, I will go, TalkSport, you're banned from all of my shows. You ain't coming as media. I don't want you there. Unforgivable. Will he do that? No, probably not. Anyway, we'll have to wait and see what happens going forward. Who's he going to fight? When's he going to fight? Where's he going to fight? I imagine it'll be in the UK, and I imagine it's probably going to be, say, Keith Thurman, someone like that. That's what I think it's going to be, but we'll have to wait and see. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.